Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets, and today you're coming along with me to the car wash where we're gonna go ahead and go through an automatic touchless car wash, but we're gonna go ahead and do a full detailed clean on the inside. As you can see, I've got a white interior, and so for those of you that might be wondering if you should get a white interior or not, I'm gonna show you how dirty it actually gets in here between me using the car as well as having 4 kids in here, and how quickly it can also be cleaned. So let's go ahead and dive into it. All right, we are going to be up next. That car is just exiting. It's going to go ahead and go through the dryer. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and scan. I'm going to go ahead and scan that barcode. Scan here, and boom, just like that. It scans it, loading, and it should give us an OK to continue here in a second. Sometimes it'll give an error the first time. Yep, operation timed out. I'm gonna click on back and scan QR code, let the scanner load. There it is. Happy washing. So we'll wait for this to turn green, and then we're gonna go ahead and go in nice and slow, and I will tell you how I'm gonna go ahead and also shift it to car wash mode. So there we are, green. We got the clear to go in. Here we go. Side spray is coming in. I got the stop sign. I'm gonna put it in park, and I'm gonna go to service and click on car wash mode, enter car wash mode. And that's what it does. It basically enters a safe mode where the charge port's locked and all these things are turned off. So now I'll just let it do its thing. All right, we've got the green light to go in the dryer. Put this in park, and here we go. All right, now that we've gone through the automatic dryer, we're gonna go ahead and pull aside here in one of these vacuum bays, so I can go ahead and not only vacuum, but also dry the car first. And so I'm gonna pull in here and show you guys how I dry the car, and then we'll look at the interior as well. All right, here's what it looks like after the wash, before I actually dry it. The vacuum, the automatic dryer does a fairly decent job, but clearly not anywhere near dry enough to what it should be. So we're gonna go ahead and use a microfiber cloth to go ahead and dry out the rest of the car. All right, once I've got the car dry, before I clean out the interior, I'm gonna go ahead and put the tire wax on. That way it'll sit there for probably 10-15 minutes, let it dry before I start to drive the car away. All right, here's what I like to use for my ultimate tire shine. I will go ahead and leave the link of this item in the description below if you wanna go check it out. But here is how I put on my tire wax. This is the first application since these are actually the new summer tires that I got. I uploaded a video on that just a couple of weeks ago. So it's been a few weeks since I've actually washed my car. So this is the first application on the new tires. So I'm gonna put a little bit extra on here and I will let it sit for it to soak in. One thing that I actually learned not too long ago was I used to basically run the tire wax to where it's all evenly applied on here with nothing outstanding. But what I have learned is if I actually show, well, let me show you real quick. So you can see right now, this is the tire wax on it and it is pretty much evenly applied. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna leave a bit of an excess on and let it sink in and let it dry. That actually gives it a deeper shine and a longer lasting shine, as long as you're not gonna move the car immediately after. So let me go ahead and show you how I'm gonna do that. Same application, except instead of really working it in, I'm gonna run it across one time all the way through. So now it gives it this white, wet look, which of course right now it is wet, but I'm gonna give it 10-15 minutes, let this sink in, and you'll see in a little bit where this is gonna be pretty much, it's gonna look like a wet, but it's not gonna have this white look to it anymore. So it'll really just sink into the tire, which will give it a longer lasting shine. So let me show you that after about 10 or 15 minutes. All right, that is drying along pretty well. As you can see, there's less of that white and more of a shine, so that looks good. Let me quickly show you what the interior looks like currently before I clean it. This is a real life world example of how dirty my car actually gets with 4 kids. And again, this has been a couple of weeks. I've got socks, I've got drawings, I've got all kinds of things happening here where it's really dirty. And then let me show you the driver's seat. A little bit of a blue tint from me wearing jeans all the time, but as you can see, this gets really dirty as well. And let me show you the nastiest part. Let me move my stuff out of here. So for those that are wondering about white seats, you can probably see that. That looks nasty and you're probably wondering what that is. That is actually a stain from a week ago where I picked up pizza from Illuminati's. This is a Chicago style pizza. You guys can see in the picture here. And the box actually, my daughter was holding it in the front on her lap, but the box was sitting here and touching it. And because it gets really watery because of tomatoes, it actually started leaking through the box onto my seat. And take a look at how nasty this looks. So I'm going to show you what this looks like after I clean it. I'm not using any type of special solution or anything. I'm literally going to be using a microfiber cloth and some water to clean this out, which I'll show you once I get to it. But for now, I got to vacuum. I got to take these mats out and we're going to go over here and actually wash them, dry them, and put them back. All right, here we go. Let's get these mats out. And we're going to put them aside here. Let me get the other side actually. Socks, don't need them. Toys, we'll get to them later. Drawings, artwork, unfortunately that's gonna have to be garbage. So let's throw this away. Let's take this out, just like that. Take a look at how nasty these look. Really bad. Time to grab the vacuum, clean it out, and then we'll go wash them. All right, I'm gonna take these mats, take them into a stall. I'm gonna go ahead and put them against a wall and basically wash them clean. Let's do one at a time. Bigger one going up first. 1, 2. 3 and 4. All right, just like that. We're gonna go get some change, power these on, and clean it out. So let's do maybe $4 worth. Should be enough. One, 2, 3. All right, let's go do it. So we're gonna do $3 deposit, so it's 12 quarters. Should do it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on high pressure soap. First, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out. Actually, you know what? I don't think that's working. Let's do foam brush. That should be this. And for those of you that might be wondering, do I want to mess this brush up for the next guy coming in? No, I don't. I'm actually going to rinse the brush out because there might be some rocks or pebbles or whatever stuck in here. So after I clean these out, nice and clean like that, I'm going to go ahead and rinse the brush out. So the next person that comes in doesn't get their car scratched up. So let's go to a rinse. We've got 2 minutes left. Let's rinse out the brush. Now the mat. Got a minute left. We're gonna go ahead and put on the air dryer. And we've got less than a minute left, so we're gonna put a couple more quarters in here. That should do it. deposit, I think. 40 seconds. I got a minute now. All right, and that is how I wash my mats. Now these I don't do every single time, but as you can see, they were very, very dirty. So I wanted to rinse them out. So maybe, depending on how dirty they get, I would say maybe every third or fourth wash. In the winter, probably more so because I get salt on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in our car, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. All right, as you guys can see, now the mat is actually inside and it looks very, very clean. Nice and still wet a little bit, so we'll let it dry. But here's what the other one looks like. All good to go. And now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this dirty stain from the pizza that I showed you earlier. So all I've got is a spray bottle with water, a microfiber cloth. I'm literally just gonna spray this on here, let it sit for a minute. Normally I wouldn't spray the seats directly, but because this has been sitting for a little while, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it that way instead. And as you can see, it is all clean. So that was pizza sauce, whatever you call it, from over a week ago, as I mentioned earlier. And as you can see, the seats are nice and clean. Absolutely no problem there. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue cleaning the rest of the car, the seats, and I will show you the final product when it is done. All right guys, Monster is back in the garage, ready to go for today, all clean. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this trip to the car wash with me. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.